Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Gabriella. Wow, it's been a while since I released a video, y'all. It's been a couple months. It was not my intention to go MIA, but life got pretty crazy. I was on tour. That has now finished. I am back in Chicago at my parents' house enjoying some family time before I go on a vacation to kind of celebrate myself and the closing of that really significant chapter in my life and my career. Tomorrow evening, I leave on a flight for Italy. I'm gonna live my European summer dreams. I started to plan this solo trip. Long story short, it's not a solo trip anymore. I will be going to Naples, Ischia, Positano on the Amalfi Coast, and then on the way back to the States, before I head back, I'm gonna stop in Stockholm, Sweden to visit my best friend Bernadette. So I'll be in Europe for about 17 days, and that inspired me to make a perfume video today. It's been a while, y'all have been asking for them, and I'm gonna admit that because I've been a little out of practice, I feel nervous. It's the same way that I feel when I sit down to write a song and it's been a while since I've written. I feel like maybe I've lost it, it's not gonna be entertaining, no one's gonna be interested in it. You know, I have all those thoughts. So I just wanted to be transparent about that's a reality for everybody who is creative in some way. I hope you enjoy more of these to come, and I would love your ideas down below. I also want to thank the sponsor of today's video, no stranger to anyone who watches my channel regularly. That is Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa is a wonderful jewelry company that I have been wearing now for, I would say 5+ years maybe. I'm proud to work with them because they are 100% carbon neutral. They also, and this is so important for your European summer, especially because I just looked at the weather in Naples, and they are 100% strength and humidity tested. So these items do not tarnish. They're high quality. You get the benefits of a fine jewelry piece that doesn't tarnish, but Ana Luisa pieces start at $39, and they've got sales going on all the time. So everything I'm wearing in this video today is Ana Luisa. This one I actually got last summer, I think, but it's a fish pendant, and I just think it's perfect for going to Italy. I'm gonna be eating a lot of seafood, and I'm gonna be swimming in the ocean every single day. So definitely need to wear my fish. I wore this so much in Greece last year as well. And then this is a necklace that I think is about a year old to me. I just think that's so pretty that it sits right there. I'm a small hoop girl these days. This is another pair that I love from Ana Luisa. They're even smaller. I'm actually wearing one in my second hoop, never mind. So yeah, I've got these braided hoops that I recently got this month from them. I just love being bedecked in gold. To me, that's part of dolce vita life. That's part of European summer. This, I think, is probably my favorite piece that I'm wearing. This is also new to me, and it's an ear cuff. I always have wanted a piercing here, but this one is real, and it took years to heal. So I don't think I'm gonna do any more cartilage piercings. And this just pops right off. What else do I have to show you? This bracelet I've had for a couple years. This one I actually owned before, but I left it somewhere, I think in a hotel last year, and I have missed it every day since. I don't mean to flip you off, but this is a snake ring with green jewels for eyes. But snakes also represent rebirth. I learned that in Greece last year. All this stuff I'm taking with me to Europe, probably just wearing it on the plane, and then anything else I'm just keeping in here. And that's my little travel jewelry capsule. So shout out to Ana Luisa. What I love about these is that I'm gonna be able to wear them in the ocean, in the pool, out and about, get sunscreen on them, sweat on them, and they're gonna be fine. Again, shout out to Ana Luisa. I'm a huge fan. All of their products are backed by a 2-year warranty, and if you're unsatisfied, they will give you a replacement or a reimbursement, no questions asked. They are also, as I mentioned, 100% carbon neutral, which means they offset 100% of their carbon emissions. I have a discount code for you and a link to shop on Ana Luisa. I will leave it linked down below and here on the screen if you're interested. Check it out. Friends, family, internet friends of mine, my followers over the past few years have all bought Ana Luisa products and been really, really pleased with them. So thanks to Ana Luisa for helping to keep this channel running. And I know what y'all are excited about, and that is the perfume, so let's get into it. These are my picks for European summer vibes. Number one is my first fragrance that I ever have bought from Diptyque, and this is a newer fragrance. It came out in the spring. It's called L'Eau Papier, and it's basically paper water. So this has white musk, rice steam, mimosa, blonde woods. So it's basically inspired by paper. If you're a fan of Clean Skin, Glossier You, 1111, any of those fragrances that smell like skin, this is what I would suggest for you if you want to actually smell like a fragrance. I'm almost possessive of this fragrance because this is one of my, I think, identity fragrances now. I just feel like this is me. Definitely unisex, but there is some sweetness to it, and I just think that's so unique to have rice steam. But because it's steam, to me, it has this airy quality. There is a unisex, sexy musk element to it. There's a lightness to it because of the steam, which I think makes it wonderful for the summer. I wouldn't overdo it, but this is great daytime, nighttime. I've worn it since the spring, and I just love it, and I do fine with it in warm weather. So that is L'Eau Papier by Diptyque. Go give it a smell and a try on your skin and let me know what you think. This one is gonna be no stranger to you guys. Okay, we have Michael Kors Wanderlust. I always mention this in my summer videos, in my travel videos, in my favorite fragrances in general, but I just have got to, I've got to rep it. This is an almond milk fragrance. This one is a crowd pleaser. I get constant compliments on this one. It toes the line of the amount of floral that I'm willing to put up with in hot weather, which is usually not much. This is just perfect. It's wonderful into fall as well. Where would I wear this one? This is definitely perfumey, so I don't think I would wear it casually to the beach. I think I would wear this to an outdoor like nightclub, because this is actually quite sexy. So like when I go dancing in Positano, which I plan to do because that's my favorite thing to do, and I'm celebrating my birthday there, I would wear something like this, like to dinner, straight to dancing. Michael Kors Wanderlust, this is the Eau de Parfum. Oh, and also Diptyque L'Eau Papier, I would just wear this. I mean, this could be the one fragrance you bring to Europe. I would wear it from literally getting on the plane to Europe to getting off the plane back in the States or back wherever you're from. It's that versatile, truly. Like, if you want like the white t-shirt of European summer fragrances, this is it. Okay, this is a fragrance that's new to me because my mom, oh my friends. Would it really be a Gabriella video if my camera battery didn't die? So I had to trash the last half of the video and re-record it the next day on the day that I fly to Italy. But it's okay because nothing can get me down because today is the day that I fly to Italy. So we are gonna continue with this video. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's the same shirt, and I'm feeling fine. Next, we have something that is new to me because of the gifts of body chemistry. This is a fragrance that my mom had, and then she was like, she let me come in this room, which is where she keeps all of her perfume. If you recognize this dresser, it's because I've had this since I was in middle school, and I used to record a lot of my old YouTube videos like 15 years ago in front of this. So she has all her perfumes in here, and she was like, you're welcome to use whatever. And I saw this, and I put it on, fell in love, and later in the day she said, oh, there is one perfume in there that I don't like. I wonder which one you tried. She said, it's the Guerlain one. And I was like, that's the one that I tried and loved. This is Acqua Allegoria Harvest Neroli Vetiver by Guerlain. Now you have to be careful because when I was looking up notes, this is honey, honey, honey forward to me. And when I looked up the notes, I didn't see honey in there at all. But I hadn't looked up the Acqua Allegoria Harvest. So Harvest, I think, is extra bee inspired. This indeed has orange blossom honey, because I was like, is my nose steering me astray? What's wrong with me? It's honey, honey, honey. Honey, honey, how he thrills me. More than neroli, more than vetiver, much more than vetiver, this is a honey fragrance. It reminds me of, MAC Cosmetics had a line called the Naked Honey line, I think it was called, which is like, why do I even remember that? That must have been 13 years ago or something. But they had a perfume, I think, and body balm and stuff that all smelled similar to this. I think the name is a bit misleading, which I think is why my mom doesn't enjoy it. She likes vetiver when it's very cutting. So she has over here the Armani vetiver, much more fresh. It actually reminds me of green, whatever that one by Banana Republic is. Yeah, completely different vibe than this. This is incredibly sweet, which is why it's up my alley. I think honey is another way to wear a gourmand, something very sweet in the summer, because we still enjoy drinks and things with honey in the summertime. It's not a heavy ingredient in the sense that we keep it for winter, like cream or cinnamon or anything like that that adds like a culinary weight. So this is actually a new launch in 2023. I love that. My mom said that on her this smelled like a bathroom spray, very cheap, and I think on me this smells very expensive. Like any perfume, obviously you've got to give it a try yourself, but this is new, it's exciting. If you like honey, if you love gourmands and smelling sweet, but you want something that translates into summer, this is great. I would wear this for maybe like a brunch or a lunch. I can see a wine tasting or a vineyard visit. I think it would be a great occasion to wear this. This reminds me more of Paris, and it actually reminds me of Versailles. When I went to Versailles a couple years ago with my brother and my mom, we stayed in this beautiful hotel and it smelled amazing, and it was just marble everywhere and crown moldings, and this just reminds me of that. So it's not so much beach, Saint-Tropez, Cadiz, like Capri, Italian summer vibes. Maybe Capri actually, but yeah, it's like French, maybe inland, upscale. I don't know. I mean, you smell it and you decide for yourself, but I love this one. And that is Aqua Allegoria Harvest Neroli Vetiver by Guerlain. And this is the Eau de Toilette. This is another one that is a lovely sunny fragrance that I am almost out of, if you can see. Hi, bird. I've been really enjoying it this summer so far, spring and summer. It's one that I ordered on Scentbird. And this is Soleil Vibrant by Lalique, the Eau de Parfum. So you guys know, if you watch my channel, that I love Lalique fragrances, most of them. I've been curious about it for a while because the bottle, honestly, is really just so beautiful, as Lalique bottles tend to be. They're glass experts, so I would expect no less. So in this one, we have clementine, pear, ginger, bergamot, orange blossom, saffron, jasmine, sambac, bourbon, vanilla, dreamwood, and cedar. So there is such a brightness and a sparkly, joyful energy to this one, but it becomes really warm and creamy on the skin. It reminds me of a creamsicle. Not that it particularly smells like a creamsicle, but the mix of the brightness and the warm creaminess that just creates this irresistible, delicious combination. So my gourmand lovers that want something different, again, that's not a vanilla cupcake thing. Not that that's the only gourmand you can get, but I will say I like smelling like a cupcake. This is great to try. If you're an orange blossom fan, a jasmine, a white floral fan, also really nice to try. But it isn't too heady because, again, there's a creamier, warmer base. We have the saffron in there. It's extremely rounded edges. If you're a one fragrance type person and you want something to wear at the start of the day all the way through, but to feel very beautiful, elegant, smell like an actual fragrance, this is a great one to try. I wouldn't personally probably put this on after the sun goes down, but if I had been wearing it the whole day, yeah, it would be ready for night because it really warms up on the skin and becomes just this delicious, wonderful scent. And I can imagine with some sweat, it would reactivate. And it's very optimistic and bright to begin with. So when I smell it initially, this is not for evening, but as it develops on the skin, it would be perfect, something to wear all day. There is a little bit of a powderiness to begin with, that sort of sneezy quality that sometimes I find in fragrances. So I would just give it a little time to warm up and melt on your skin, and then that quality goes away very fast. Soleil Vibrant by Lalique, definitely give it a try. And it tends to not be very pricey if I'm not wrong. So another Scentbird fragrance that I have been loving for, I think, the past half a year is Arquiste Sydney Rock Pool. So I did order this on Scentbird, but I first smelled this in Miami at Osme Perfumery. I had the best time. Okay, if you like the skin scents and you want an upgrade from that, just like Eau Papier, you want something that actually smells like a fragrance. This is even stronger than Eau Papier. This to me is also maybe a lighter, more casual version of something like Creed Aventus for her. So it's definitely not as loud. It's not as bold as Creed Aventus for her, but there is a little bit of the androgynous feel to it. I think Creed Aventus for her also smells different on different people and in different seasons. In some seasons, it smells like I am wearing a cologne, basically. And in the summer and spring, I smell that apple. I'll get to that in a second, but I smell the brighter notes. This one is really masterfully blended. You really can't put your finger on it, but right off first sniff, it smells complex. First spray, it's complex. I'm not really getting hit in the face with any particular note right off the bat when I first spray it. Absolutely, I would buy a full bottle of this. I also love the bottle. This is marketed toward men and women. We've got coconut, mineral notes, skin, and Australian sandalwood, driftwood, frangipani, narcissus, and jasmine sambac, sea salt, amber tonic, and seaweed. So there are several notes that stand out there to me and my taste. Aside from orange blossom, frangipani is probably my favorite smell in the world. And it's hardly done right in mass-produced fragrances. There is nothing like sticking your nose in a frangipani blossom, but I find frangipani to be extremely addictive. I cannot stop smelling it, and that's what I feel about this fragrance. So it's not so much that I can detect frangipani in there, but it makes a lot of sense. I think the mineral notes and the sea salt and seaweed are giving me almost the same effect that I get when I smell mint, like fresh mint. Not to say this smells minty, but it's the same refreshing sensation. So this is such a special fragrance because we've got florals, we've got warmth, and we have this completely refreshing combination of oceanic notes. I would wear this on any beachside vacation. This could be, you know, a white t-shirt fragrance, appropriate for everything. You're just gonna smell amazing. Depending on where you live, you could get away with this being a year-round fragrance, honestly. Like California, this is a perfect year-round California fragrance. Creed Aventus for her that we were talking about definitely does not have this skin-like or my skin but better quality. Very strong, very loud. This is one that I would wear at night if I were going to a club. If it would be very, very, very hot and humid, I wouldn't wear it. I think it's not that I wouldn't enjoy it. I think it just isn't an appropriate choice for me. Green apple, bergamot, lemon, patchouli, pink pepper, and violet. So really optimistic. That green apple and the lemon stand out a lot upon first spray. Then we've got musk, rose, sandalwood, styrax, blackcurrant, peach, amber, lilac, and ylang ylang. So basically through the top notes and the bottom notes with the blackcurrant and the peach, there's a lot of brightness. There's a lot of optimism. Peach is such an optimistic, summery fragrance to me. The violet, the ylang ylang, to me, make sure that I smell clean. And then we've got the musk to round everything out and just to smell warm and addictive. It's no wonder this costs so much because this is a masterful blend. This is the boldest of all the fragrances I've shown you, I think, in terms of you need to be brave to wear it and you need to choose it appropriately. But if you do that, it can be a great success. And I would say if you're in a city where it's a little bit cooler, lower humidity, or just cooler temperatures in general, and it's a more metropolitan feel for your European summer, then I would say daytime this would be appropriate too. Okay, we got two more. This is another white t-shirt fragrance, or white linen shirt fragrance, maybe I should say, because it just, from day to night, if you wanna bring one fragrance and you're a simple person and you just want it to be easy, 1111 Lake and Sky. People have been starting to talk about this more in the last couple years on TikTok, and I'm happy, but I'm also like, I've known about that for like 8 years now, and I've been wearing it. This is my second rollerball. I know they do sell it in a perfume spray now, but I just prefer the rollerball. It's how I've always had it, and it's very strong. This is another skin-like scent. It reminds me a lot of Clean Skin, that actual fragrance by the brand Clean. If you're into like the philosophy fragrances like Pure Grace, this is great. It's not quite Clean Laundry. It's not quite White Floral. It's not quite Just Skin. It's not quite expensive moisturizer, but it's something in between all of that, and like fresh ocean air. It's so good, and it transforms on the skin. It can transform in different contexts. I think this is a wonderful fragrance to travel with. It's one that I don't feel is going to offend many people at all. If you are also into like amber, they sell those oils at Whole Foods and Sprouts and stuff like that, like Persian Garden by Kumba Made, very similar. Check this out. It's wonderful. It's technically a clean, non-toxic fragrance. It does remind me of air and water, lake and sky, and I highly recommend it. You've just got to smell it and try it on you. It'll be your Old Faithful. Then we have my last fragrance. Ooh, this is new to me. This is Tom Ford Soleil de Feu. I'm pretty sure this is also new to the line in general. Yes, okay, so this is 2023. The amber woody scent evokes the molten sun descending in a burnished blaze over the sea, painting the sky with fiery strokes of bronze solar light, the most sensual expression of soleil. It's warm and spicy, it's amber woody. The notes are tuberose, sandalwood, benzoin. It's so good. It's so Tom Ford because it's strong. It basically is the energetic encapsulation of a bonfire night. I was in Spain in high school. It must have been July. What was the festival? I cannot remember. I'm looking it up. Listen, Europe likes festivals, and so it's hard to find which one I was at. But I was in Cadiz, in Andalusia, or Andalucía. I remember walking along the beach as the sun was setting, and everybody started to do their bonfires. It was like a beach bonfire festival, and the sun was setting. Everybody was happy. People were everywhere. It was warm out, the water was warm, so it was comfortable enough to get in as the sun was setting. And it was such a strong memory for me. And so, not to say that this fragrance is your typical like American bonfire with marshmallows or s'mores and smoke and things like that. It's a beach bonfire. It's the energetic encapsulation to me of a sunset beach bonfire going into the night. That is exactly when I would wear it, is sunset on. It is incredibly warm on the skin. Every time I've been wearing it, my mom is like, what is that? That is beautiful. If you like something bold, but not something that like launches itself up your nose, but is bold on the skin, woody, it's a great way for me to wear woody fragrances because sometimes it's too much, just like with leather. It can be too much. Also for my gourmand lovers, even though this isn't gourmand, it has the warmth and all of the cozy vibes that a gourmand fragrance would give. You've got to try this, truly. And I feel like it's so rare to make a summertime inspired fragrance or a sun inspired fragrance that is this bold, and it's very innovative. And I don't think that a lot of people around you will be wearing fragrances like this. I also don't think you'll be offending anyone by wearing a fragrance like this. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. You're gonna stand out, but not in a way that's inappropriate. That is Tom Ford Soleil de Feu. I have to get a bottle of that. I really do. I would wear that, I think, all year round. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I also want to thank Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video and again, supporting the channel, helping to keep things running, and just making beautiful jewelry with with consciousness and regard to our planet. So again, I will leave the discount code and the link down below, everything you need to know about shopping with Ana Luisa. I would love to know your European summer stories, your dreams of where you'd want to spend European summer, or maybe where you did or you will this summer. Whatever you want to share down below, I would love to hear it. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you next time in a vlog from my European summer trip. And until then, I love you very much. Have a great rest of your day. Mwah. Bye, guys.